Good morning. Namaste. Welcome, everyone. Glad to be in the practice of meditation together in our third week of the Vyahrti Upasana series. This morning, we'll be deeply reflecting upon knowledge, the source of knowledge, Veda. This sage, Rishi Mahachamasya, saw in these series of 16 different connections that make up the total universe that one really important aspect of our life is how we shape ourselves around our culture and our knowledge. So here we're going to be not really trying to create anything or attain anything, but rather giving ourselves the opportunity to reflect on the beauty of the essence of our scriptural tradition, which is the Vedas. And if we're not a part of that culture, the Indian wisdom tradition, I'll show us how also too the Vedas at their core, in their essence, is really about singing the praise, um, having that sense of humility, and then also offering gift and invoking our best health. These are the core of what we find in the Vedas. So we'll reflect on this morning. But before we go any further, preparing our body and then coming into that asana, let us first start with a prayer. And the masters say that the entire Vedas, so many mantra, compressed to Om. They begin with Om and unfold through the Om. So we'll start this practice chanting that Om mantra together as a group 3 times. Om. 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 Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryan Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Gananam Tva Ganapati Gumavamahe Kavim Kavinamupamashravastamam Jeshtarajam Brahmanam Brahmanaspata Anashranvan Utibhisita Sadhanam. Om Shri Mahaganapataye Namaha. Harihi Om. Shiva Shaktya Yukto Yadi Bhavati Shaktah Prabhavidum Nache Devam Devo Makalokushalaspandidumapi Atastwamaradhyam Hariharavarenchari Birapi Pranamtum Stotum Va Katamakrita Punyaf Prabhavati. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Peace be, peace be, peace be. Hari Om. So we've been seeing how just in the act of consciously reflecting upon these different relationships in our life, our mind starts to expand. We start to feel more spacious inside. And that spaciousness is what we call antakaran shuddhi, a purified mind. It means a certain maturity and disposition where we feel more at choice, where we can exercise that agency or that faculty of the buddhi and be able to shape our life. And not only that, but process our experiences in a healthy way and start contributing or giving back and getting that sense of inner richness. So here, one set of superimpositions upon those mystical sounds, Bhuh, Bhuvah, Suvah, Mahah, those vibrations, those mantras. What the Rishi did is impose the Vedas upon them. And Vedas meaning the source of all knowledge. And their base, the source of them, the fourth, Mahah, was called Brahma, the creator. The idea is that when creation takes place in the universal dance of Shiva, if you will, in that Shiva's playground and dance, what manifest is all knowledge. Shiva is knowledge itself, Chit, Swarupa. But in that play, in that dynamic combination and permutation of the gunas and elements and the energies, we have the Brahma, the creator. Brahma means all, the infinite reservoir of knowledge. And how does that relate to us? Is that there are certain supreme values that really come along with the creation that we plug into and are related to our emotions. Now, for us as a human being, we experience that a lot of emotional development gets set up in the first 12 years. So, the very fact that we're here, that we get to practice meditation together, that we see a value in our tradition, that alone shows that we should be really grateful for our parents and for our early upbringing. That's really amazing, especially in modern culture in the West. A lot of children don't have that privilege, broken homes, and then a lot of confusing dialogue, and then no set of values and all that. So, in those first 12 years, a lot of emotional development takes place, and it continues to mature really into 30s and 40s when we get that kind of emotional maturity about how we relate to society. But here we're going to be just giving ourselves permission to really reflect on some of the positive and divine emotional attributes that we can cultivate that are really natural to us and come along with the creation itself. Now, another thing that's really beautiful to think about too is that when the Rishi says Vedas are the Vedas have their source in the creation, what it means is that because truth is so vast and that infinite reservoir of all knowledge, you'll find that whenever you want to pursue the truth or whenever you want to look into, anytime you want to know and pursue that truth, knowledge manifests as a result of this. And it's infinite. And that's what's so fun about the universe is as soon as you look into something, you find new and new discoveries. So I truly believe there's no end to it. And that's what makes life really enjoyable, really fun. And you can never get bored this way. So we'll reflect on it a little bit deeper as we get into the practice, but let's first just kind of come into our whole psychobiology, feeling really comfortable in our skin. What we're going to do first is just a simple breathing practice. I'm going to invite you to take in a deep breath in through your belly, all the way up through the body. And when you're full of breath, take one more quick breath in. And then you can either open the mouth or just simply breathe out slowly, almost as if you're offering or dropping that breath down the body. It's a great way to just simply release any stress or tension. So you breathe in. When you're full of breath, take one more quick in breath. And then let it drop. Try that a couple times. So breathing deeply. Another breath in. And then let everything drop. This time, as you do that in breath too, you can also lift the shoulders up. Roll them back and let them settle down. Great. Now we're going to work on those griva sanchalana, work on our neck by taking the chin to the chest. Then finding our center, the stack where the head, neck, and chest have a nice alignment. Then lifting the chin as the weight of the head falls back. Then to center, chin to the chest. Back and forth. You can take it really slow, placing special attention on the micro movements. Then I'm also going to twist, first letting my eyes lead the way, and twist the neck all the way to the right without any strain, but maybe putting a little emphasis on pulling those facial muscles over to the right side, loosening up the jaw. Back to center, then all the way to the left. Then taking the head from side to side, right ear to the right shoulder. I like to take a few breaths in that stretched space. Left ear to the left shoulder. Then drawing the chin to the chest again, and very slowly taking the head in a big circle, 3 times in each direction. Then lifting the chin. And what we've also been working on too is developing that centered presence, extending into our length. So we can do that by practicing that Tadaka Mudra. When we inhale, we lift our arms up, interlace the fingers, and then just lift those palms up to the sky. But as you extend your body up like this, really opening up the lungs and chest and that whole clavicle region, don't forget to keep your attention still supported or dropped in your base too. So I like to take a few breaths here, feeling the space around the nabhi, the navel. And then exhale as you slowly release down. And then you can really draw your attention all the way down through the fingertips. Lastly, we'll just do a simple seated spinal twist. I place my left hand on the right knee, take a big breath in, and find some support on the mat or chair, and a breath out as you twist all the way to the right. This time, breathing deeply in that compressed space, stimulating those lower organs. Inhale back to center and switch sides with a big breath up to the left, exhaling as you twist. And then inhaling as you come back to center. And before we get established in that asana siddhi, meaning sitting quietly, stable, comfortable for 45 minutes, one of the best teachings I ever received from Puja Swamiji was to practice because you love it. Not that anxiety of trying to reach somewhere, but just for the sheer play, for the sheer fun of it. We all have that privilege to live our life with that playfulness and that lightheartedness. So I encourage you, though we're exercising this capacity to hold ourselves still and do it with a certain sweetness, weave in that quality of the Devi, the goddess. So, because this is so important. So, when we do something important, we have this tendency to strain and effort. So, we should be centered in that playfulness as we discipline our body. If you confuse those opposites, tataha dvandva anabhigataha, Patanjali says, when you get established in asana, you're free from this play of opposites. So, let us feel our feet on the floor, our body upright, now our shoulders, and really this tight expanse that can happen through modern work culture is relaxed in that Tadaka Mudra. Keeping the hands soft on the knees or lap. And then gently widening your gaze and closing the eyelids as we engage in the practice. Reflecting upon Veda, knowledge. So eyes gently closed, watching the inner space. Body upright, balanced. A nice wide base like a pyramid. And that subtle lift all the way to the top, the crown. Begin to notice your whole body held in stillness. You feel the whole body. Beginning to shift your awareness from your outer environment to where we begin the inner journey at the level of the physical. And according to the masters in our tradition, the body is considered a Brahmapuri, which means the city of Brahman, the doors to the spirit, a temple. Notice your whole body held still. One of the most important parts of meditation is giving yourself a chance to notice the mind's moving tendencies, which are not bad. Mind's nature is to move, but we practice meditation by guiding it back. So as you observe the mind's tendency to get dissipated in different thoughts or distracted in one particular feeling, don't condemn yourself. You need not even try to control or fix it, but rather enjoy bringing the mind back to the play of sensations, sensing your whole body. The miracle is just sitting in this particular posture, awareing the whole body. As the spine is upright, there's a free flow of prana. The prana that's flowing from the crown down and from the soles of your feet up. And your kind attention observing the whole body invokes health. That's why they say that through practice of asana, developing that steadiness, you gain arogyam, freedom from disease. And when the body is at rest, feeling easy and relaxed, you also experience angalakavam, lightness. We'll further enhance this experience by swiftly allowing our mind to continue its movement, but skillfully placing the mind in different parts of the body, just giving it a direction. Let us begin to notice the sense of touch at our right foot. Then notice your left foot. Then the whole right leg, the ankle, calf muscle, knee, thigh, and hip. Then the whole left leg, ankle, calf muscle, knee, thigh, and hip. Then a special attention placed at the whole base of your body. Feel that the body is rooted in the earth. Then you observe the whole backside of your body, letting your attention slide from the lower back to the mid back, the shoulder blades and place between them, observing this whole backside. As you do that, you also have the opportunity to notice your particular shaping, whether you're leaning a little forward or slouching back. Feel that sense of support and awareness of the whole backside. Then observing the front part of your body, leading up from the base. You can notice the space below, at, and above the navel. You get your sense of balance, your centeredness at the navel, where the weight is kept underside. Then leading up through the belly, you can feel that space with the solar plexus. To taking a moment and exploring the region of the chest. Let that space be soft and light. Then your attention lifts up to the shoulders, and we observe and guide our attention to the whole right arm, the right shoulder, upper arm, elbow, wrist, hand, fingers, attention moving to the tips of the fingers. Then back through the fingers, hand, wrist, elbow, upper arm, and shoulder. Then to the left shoulder, upper arm, elbow, wrist, hand, fingers, all the way to the tips of the fingers. Leading back through the fingers, hand, wrist, elbow, upper arm, and shoulder. Body becoming relaxed, stable, fusing those opposites. Then explore the region of the throat and neck. the chin and jaws, the lips, softly placed together, and the cheeks, the nostril, from the base of the nostrils leading up to that space in the corner of the eyes, and the eyes softly resting in the inner space. The eyebrows and eyebrow center, the ears, eager to follow the inner nada, the sound within, the whole space of the forehead, and the gentle lift all the way to the top of the head. Feel your whole body bathed in the light of awareness. And in this light, steady, and comfortable body, you feel that infallible intention of the Creator expressing itself as your breath. The day and the night of the microcosmic universe ceaselessly playing out as your out and in breath. Begin to observe your natural breath. Approaching it with a reverence, as if the breath is your teacher. The willingness to learn what the breath can teach us by observation. Notice your breath. As you flow with that breath, ever so gently begin to deepen it. special attention placed on the out breath. Where you exhale completely, you feel the space below the breastbone pulling in all the breath out. Then, in a steady stream without any pause, you breathe in. You feel that natural expansion. Practice flowing with the breath this way, consciously exhaling, naturally inhaling. As you do this, it's helpful to remember that we can still keep our face soft, our body upright and aligned in the asana, the eyes gently resting in the inner space. So, no effort in flowing with the breath. As you flow with this breath, you can pay special attention to welcoming the breath back at the base of the nostrils, letting your mind infuse with that touch there. How you feel that cool touch of breath at the base of the nostrils, the breath swirling as you breathe out. Gently refining our attention and breath. As you focus on that space, you feel the breath changes from being something physical, just breathing, to a flow of energy. Mind entwining with the prana. You feel that as there's a subtle flare at the base of the nostrils, and that breath rises up and mingles at that eyebrow center space, descending back down as you exhale. Then on your next breath, see if you can just shift your attention to focusing at the eyebrow center. Breath becomes very subtle and like a pulsation condensing in that space. Try to feel the pulse at that space. Your eyes resting and watching that space between the eyebrows. This is the space of that intelligence. The supreme intelligence of the Creator, Brahman, has incarnated within our human framework in this space of the forehead. Beginning all the way from that waveless like I sense that I am, to our faculty of discernment, our emotions, all the way to the physical body. In that play of creation, Rishi Mahachamasya says that Bhuh represents the Rgveda. Rigveda, at an emotional level, for us means the mantras that we chant. The words that we repeat, and the praises that we offer to nature, the praises that we offer to those around us, participating in our life. The essence of Rigveda is stuti, the indescribable joy of praising. Bhuvah means the Samaveda. Samaveda, this source of wisdom in our life, expresses as song the music that we hear, and also celebration, the different festivals we hold, celebrating the change in season. This also has a very important role in our emotional life. Samaveda. Part of Samaveda, celebrating the change in seasons and gathering groups of people together, is an act of namaskaram, reducing the pressures of our sense of limited identity to feel that collective identity. And Suvah is the Yajurveda. Yajurveda, operating in our life, means the rituals that we do, the yajna. Yajna means making an offering first, giving, then receiving. So that beatific quality that you have to give a gift. And the greatest gift you can give is to be a happy person, to give another person your attention, being that light of awareness. That's why the essence of Yajurveda is belly, making a gift. And Mahah, or the transcendental and all knowledge, or the source of all knowledge, is the creator, Brahma. And though there are so many mantra in the Vedas, the essence of all those mantra is Purusha Sukta. And when that Purusha Sukta is refined and condensed, it becomes Gayatri. And we'll chant that Gayatri to connect with this most brilliant, precious source of creation. So keep your gaze gently focused on that eyebrow center space, flowing with the breath and sound of the mantra. Om Bhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhago Devasya Dhimihi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. Om Bhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhago Devasya Dhimihi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. Om Bhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhago Devasya Dhimihi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. Om Bhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhago Devasya Dhimihi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. Om Bhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhago Devasya Dhimihi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. Om Bhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhago Devasya Dhimihi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. Om Bhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhago Devasya Dhimihi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. Om Bhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhago Devasya Dhimihi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. Om Bhuvah Swaha Tatsavidurvarenyam bhargo devasya dhimihi dhiyo yo na prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuva Swaha Tatsavidurvarenyam bhargo devasya dhimihi dhiyo yo na prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuva Swaha Tatsavidurvarenyam bhargo devasya dhimihi dhiyo yo na prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuva Swaha Tatsavidurvarenyam bhargo devasya dhimihi dhiyo yo na prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuva Swaha Tatsavidurvarenyam bhargo devasya dhimihi dhiyo yo na prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuva Swaha Tatsavidurvarenyam bhargo devasya dhimihi dhiyo yo na prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuva Swaha Tatsavidurvarenyam bhargo devasya dhimihi dhiyo yo na prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuva Swaha Tatsavidurvarenyam bhargo devasya dhimihi dhiyo yo na prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuva Swaha Tatsavidurvarenyam bhargo devasya dhimihi dhiyo yo na prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuva Swaha Tatsavidurvarenyam bhargo devasya dhimihi dhiyo yo na prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuva Swaha Tatsavidurvarenyam bhargo devasya dhimihi dhiyo yo na prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuva Swaha Tatsavidurvarenyam bhargo devasya dhimihi dhiyo yo na prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuva Swaha Tatsavidurvarenyam bhargo devasya dhimihi dhiyo yo na prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuva Swaha Tatsavidurvarenyam bhargo devasya dhimihi dhiyo yo na prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuva Swaha Tatsavidurvarenyam bhargo devasya dhimihi dhiyo yo na prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuva Swaha Tatsavidurvarenyam bhargo devasya dhimihi dhiyo yo na prachodayat. With that vibrant, luminous space behind the closed eyes, that pulsation there, see if you can gently draw it down to the region of your heart. Releasing the breath at that space. Your attention melting in that space. And feel God living in your heart. Radiating as these divine qualities of stuti, finding the goodness in others, and the sheer beauty of nature. As belly making a gift from a kind look to an act of heroism. And namaskaram, placing our attention at the feet of the Guru, surrendering our confusion to Brahman, being Brahman, which is the source of all knowledge, being knowledge itself, Chit Swarup, Ananda Swarupam. Your nature is bliss. And with your attention still resting there, we'll gently bring our hands together at the heart and offer this practice to the well-being of all. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah, Sarve Santu Niramayaha, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhag Bhaved. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Hari Om Shri Guru Bhyo Namaha. Hari Om. And when you're ready, gently begin to open your eyes. The practice of meditation is complete. Great. I hope you feel fresh and rejuvenated this morning to live in the light of awareness throughout the rest of this week. That effortless being state. So, the core of this teaching in Rishi Mahachamasya is that so many times in life we get that feeling of stuckness or heaviness around the heart because of the emotional aspect of our mind. But we're asked or encouraged to cultivate or connect with those divine emotional qualities, which are the essence of karmakanda, what to do in the Veda, which is finding the goodness in life, singing the stuti, offering gift, belly, and then prostrating and creating that sense of open mind and learner's attitude, namaskaram. And when you do that, the stuckness goes away. You feel fresh again. And that's always our privilege because we're ever fresh, being that Brahman. So I wish you a wonderful week. Thank you for giving me the chance to share this with you and practice together. Namaste.